Yeah, I think we're live now. Hello and welcome. Thanks
I have one
everyone
person
who's this.
coming here.
Yeah, let's see how many people want to join us today. We are planning on talking for about 25 to 30 minutes about the things that the two of us really care a lot about, which is digital courses, which is digital products, and which is collaboration. So, what rid of those three things are you most excited about? What shall we start with?
Um, I'm most excited about digital products.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, because I built my entire business based on digital products. And then digital course is something that I have very interesting view about. We can talk
Awesome.
about that later as well.
We'll jump into that as well. Awesome. You mentioned you built your entire business around digital products. If we take a look at your Substack, you have quite an audience, you publish a lot, but you don't have a paid tier. So I assume your entire monetization is coming through Gumroad, right?
Yeah, I do have a paid tier, but
Okay.
I
You're
don't
not promoting
actively.
it heavily, right?
No, because I think my paid subscription amounts to about 10% of my
Hmm.
earning. Yeah.
Got it. But tell us
So
about your Gumroad. What have you built? What's the philosophy behind that? And how
uh
it's going so far?
okay. I started entrepreneurship about 3 years ago.
Hmm.
And when I first started, just like anybody, when I first started, I Google search.
Hmm.
I Google search and ask what to. Back then when I first started, there's no ChatGPT, so can only Google search.
Hmm.
So and then I chanced upon this very interesting trend at the back in the days. I think it's 2022 or so. Then I realized that the Notion template has been quite popular back
Hmm.
then. So and because I'm a Notion user and I already have some templates that I'm already using, so I decided to um, try it out. So for the first few times, I was giving them out for free.
Hmm.
Then primarily because I have no idea how to sell it,
Yeah.
so I was giving it for free. Back then I don't know it's called lead magnet. So now then I know it's called lead magnet. And then
Mm.
in Gumroad there's this setting that uh, you can ask for donation, right?
Mhm.
So it can be a free product, but the person who downloads it can choose to uh, give some amount of money,
Mhm.
and eventually someone did pay some amount of money. So it was August 2023, I think $4.90,
Mhm.
right?
Nice
So that was the moment that everything
that
clicked, and
everything started.
then I was like, oh, you can actually make money out of it,
Uh,
right?
Fast forward to today, how much have you earned with your Gumroad store in total?
I think total is a few 100,000. I make about between um 7 to 10K a month,
That's great. And
right?
what's the average cart value from someone? So on Gumroad, you're not selling like products like $500 or something like this. You're
Uh,
selling rather low ticket items there, right?
yeah, correct. So it ranges all the way from 17 all the way to my highest price product is 177, which is a bundle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's great. I love Gumroad because I mean I'm usually more into selling higher ticket programs and even coachings. But the cool thing about Gumroad is it's a quick way to build trust with a customer. You can offer something at a low price, and if you can provide a transformation or a huge benefit to a client with a $47 product, chances are very high that they want to get in contact with you, that they want to join our communities, that they want to join us on our more priced coaching or course programs. And that's like a cool way. So this was like something that was missing in our ecosystem. That's why we also started our Gumroad store about 8 weeks ago. And
Oh, okay.
it's really interesting to see that a lot of people join for one product but buy something else. We never tried giving something away for free on Gumroad, but I've heard from other creators that they are giving away certain products for free, or like you said, free plus donation if you want, and then have multiple upsells on top of it. Is this a strategy that's working for you, or are you always promoting your paid programs?
Um, Actually, I there's a mixture of quite a number. I do promote heavily on lead magnet as for the first time customers.
Mhm,
Right. So my leads come from two main places, Substack and Threads.
mhm,
Okay, so I primarily uh and can be found in these two places. I don't
mhm,
go X, I don't go IG, right? So and then what I do is I have another cool thing about Gumroad is that they have very comprehensive email workflows.
mhm,
Right? So I don't have to get Kit, right? I can just use Gumroad to
mhm.
create my workflows, and I have workflows with as much as 20 emails. So somewhat depending on the product that they download. So
Mhm.
different product has different workflows, and
Yeah.
then different workflows will lead them to different upsell and
Mhm.
different high ticket offers.
Okay. So basically, if I download one free product from your Gumroad store,
You are
I
in my
will get
ecosystem.
lots of emails, and I will get one email after the other. You're promoting me with this product until I buy something.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I want to get back to, you mentioned you're using Threads and you're using Substack. I think everyone here can imagine how we're using Substack in order to grow our store. That's quite straightforward. You promote
Yes.
your new products as notes and you include it inside your articles wherever it makes sense, and you can
Yeah.
leverage your chat for that. But what exactly are you doing on Threads? Do you have like multiple accounts there? Do you have one account? Do you do anything that's not visible for everyone who's searching
Essentially,
for
it's
your name?
one
Mhm.
account, and it's run pretty much 80% automated,
Mhm.
um, including replies, comments, engagement. 80% is automated.
So even the comments and everything is automated.
Uh, the comments are 50-50.
Mhm.
Because the way I design my automation is that if there's anything that requires me to provide a more in-depth discussion, then it will alert me. And then I mean my AI will alert me, and then uh, I will go inside and then comment on the and engage
Okay.
with the
Ok
followers.
okay, just for me to understand, you have an AI set up that will respond to the basic stuff, and to
Yes.
everything more advanced, you will respond, you will jump
Yep.
in.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like keep asking
Uh,
me, what is this about? Because I think my post is one third education, one third entertainment, and one third sales.
mhm,
Right, so a third of my posts are just throwing out all the digital products that I have.
mhm.
Right, so people will be asking, what is this about? Then, of course, then you got a lot of haters talking about other stuff. That's besides the point.
Yeah. So you completely manage to ignore the haters and fully focus on what's
Ah,
working
yeah.
for you.
Okay, my this one is very interesting. So, whatever the haters say, I'll just reply them. Okay, thanks.
Okay, that's something you do. It's like a habit just to say, "Okay, thanks," and
Yes, because I prefer to to reply something than to leave it there, because leaving it there seems like I'm not doing anything about it. So
mm.
I think it's and they totally hate it when I just say thanks.
Yeah, I
So
get
yeah,
it. So that's like a cool rule that you set up for yourself, because it doesn't force you to think about it. It doesn't
yeah,
waste any mental space. It just gets it out of the
correct. It's
system.
just wasting your time.
Yeah. How important is it on a Gumroad store, in your opinion, to have lots and lots of products? If I take a look at your Gumroad store, I don't know if you have 50 or 100 products, but it's a lot, more than I could count.
It's about um it's not I at my highest one I used to have about 128 digital products.
Hmm.
I managed to trim down to 50 plus this year.
Hmm.
Yeah, because some of them the outdated ones I just remove them or I hide them.
Mhm,
If any one of you follow me and then you subscribe to my newsletter and then you read some of my posts, when I first started, I created one digital product every week
mhm.
and
That was
launched.
the plan.
Yeah, so um, uh, truth be told, I have
Mhm.
zero idea what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah,
So my style is if I don't know whether it works or not, and then just try it out.
yeah. So basically, you're throwing a lot of spaghetti at the wall and you see what sticks, and then you
Yeah,
do more of what's already working.
yeah, whatever works, and then you just do more of it.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's a good approach to get started with something.
I
Just
think
put in the
anyone,
work.
yeah, for anyone who just started and then they have no idea, right? I mean, it, it's a common thing that we have no idea. We just need to be very honest about it when we first started
Mm,
with zero idea. So the best way is just if you have zero idea and you're too afraid to try it out, then you're stuck.
mm, yeah, I like that. And inside your Gumroad store, you mainly have Notion databases. You sometimes have some PDF, something like
Yeah.
this, maybe GPTs. But you mentioned before you don't have any, or you don't have many courses. You have your very unique point of view on courses.
Yeah, yeah. I um especially after AI came out, I
Mm,
feel that the courses with purely
mm,
knowledge
mhm.
is it gets irrelevant very fast because everything, I mean, even without AI you can learn 90% of the things you need from YouTube. Right. So the only difference between a good course and a not so good course is whether the participants take action or not.
Yeah,
Right. So it gets complicated. It's not just imparting knowledge. It is
yeah,
how you encourage your participants,
mm,
how you let them feel that it is not difficult to do.
yeah,
Yeah. So that's the tough one. It's
yeah,
actually very difficult because
yeah,
from statistics we know that only about 15% of people who buy course actually finish the whole
yeah.
entire course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, that's the
That's
problem.
the perfect bridge to what we just launched yesterday, and you are absolutely right. Um, Normal courses don't really work anymore for the majority of people. I've been creating courses for the last decade almost, and when I started in 2016, you were able to make a lot of money on YouTube creating a course like 100 prompts for Amazon Alexa, 100 hacks to grow your Instagram account. Those things no longer work,
Yep.
luckily, because it means that the creators, but also the customers advanced. So that's why we launched the mini course accelerator yesterday. And a mini course is something super specific, and that's exactly what you just said. Large courses that will teach you everything are super hard to sell nowadays. What really works is if you have a system that's proven to work that people can implement, or if you have a mini course where you really help someone solve one specific problem. So let's say, for example, you are on Substack and you cannot manage it to connect your Substack with your Kit account. You could create a tutorial or you could create a mini course on something like that, something that solves one super specific problem. And
Yep.
in yesterday's masterclass, Sinem gave the example of a drowning person. Let's say someone is swimming in the ocean and they are drowning. What do they need? They don't need to have an entire course on how to become the best swimmer in the world and qualify for the Olympics. What they really need is a life jacket or someone to quickly learn them how to not drown into the water. Something super small, something tiny. Once they master that, they are then ready to purchase a larger program from you because you've proven to them that you can provide transformation to them. So I strongly believe we live in an era where we as the creator need to prove to our audiences that working with us is worth it before they make larger investments. And that's where a Gumroad store, that's where a mini course, and that's where other products that build trust come in my opinion.
Yep. So well, I mean, there's a lot of negative reviews about Gumroad, saying about the high commission rate and stuff like that. But if you compare it with someone using Gumroad and then they have to add Kit to it, they have to add um LMS to it because Gumroad you can host your own e-learning as well, right? So
Mhm.
I mean, if you look at the offerings that they have, it pretty much allows you to have a lot of things with just 10% of
Yeah.
the commission. But of course, there will be a threshold when someone really does very well and they reach a certain threshold, they will definitely be looking at how to build their own system. But by then,
Mm.
I think before that, it shouldn't be a problem. And you mentioned earlier that you say that you notice that people buy something and then they also buy another thing.
Mhm.
I think it goes back to the Amazon model because
Mhm.
Gumroad being Gumroad, someone if they are in Gumroad, they are already a buyer,
Yeah.
right? And the chances of them buying something again is pretty high.
That's what we loved about Gumroad. I mean, we actually took exactly the opposite road of what you just said. Oftentimes, new people start on Gumroad and then later on they move to other platforms.
Hmm.
We made millions online with our courses, and now we're moving to Gumroad just for the simple reason that there are new audiences hanging out, that some people are used to the Gumroad experience, that Gumroad has explorability features, that we can work with affiliate partners there. So there's a really cool opportunity. We would never let go of our more advanced platform, which is teachable, but
Yep.
Gumroad is just a nice addition to it to get people in the door super quickly, because we are also not super happy with the checkout experience at Teachable at the moment. So it was a no-brainer for us to test it. And yes, giving away 10% of revenue at Gumroad is more expensive than what we are doing on Teachable, but it's for small ticket products. So
Yep.
if I'm giving away 5% or 10% on a $47 sale, does not really make a huge difference. If it's a $3,000 or $10,000
Oh,
purchase,
definitely.
you obviously think differently about that.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I noticed the threshold is about less than $100.
Mm,
It's very comfortable. Eh,
yeah.
Yeah, for Gumroad. And
Have you
then
ever tried something more expensive through Gumroad, like a couple hundreds or even $1,000 product?
the highest I've gone up to is 250.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um I feel that the moment you hit more than 100, the buying pattern change a bit.
Mm,
Yeah. So the buyers there, the customers there, they are more likely to buy anything less than 100.
yeah.
I think that's the shopping pattern.
Yeah. I like that. And I have the utmost respect for what you built on Gumroad. Five figures a month on that platform alone. That's absolutely amazing. How much would you say of that is marketing and how much of that is building great products? What do you think is more important?
I talked about this in one of my live before.
Hmm.
Um, Personally, I might get haters for saying this. Personally, for a start, I think you have to be very good marketer,
Yeah.
right? You can have the best product, but if you don't know how to sell, then you're
Mhm.
stuck,
I
right?
100% agree with this, because if we take a look at what the AI can do now and what it will be able to do in the future, um, we can let the AI basically know, create text for me, create images for me,
Yeah,
create videos for me. So we're not far away from saying to the AI, create an entire course for me. The course
yeah,
will never be perfect, but it can create an outline. The AI can create 80%, 90% of your Gumroad product, and then you just do the first 10 and the last 10%. So
yeah,
that's totally fine for me. But what the AI cannot do is bring you 80% of a customer. You cannot say it, I want to sell to a 35-year-old man, then the AI brings you like five of them and then you pick one and this person purchases
yeah,
from you. That's not working right now. So you can really scale the production part, but the marketing part is something that you cannot really scale properly. Yes, I know there are tools for posting on platform thousands of times, sending hundreds of thousands of DMs. Maybe you can scale the outreach part, but the part that you will never be able to scale with AI is the trust building part. And that's
yeah.
the interesting part.
Yeah, I think outreach is simple, but then
Yeah.
to get people to trust you, there's a whole another level of
Yeah.
expertise. You can't AI your way through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I see it nowadays is before AI, we had like sales and we had like product creation, and now
Yep.
it's getting more involved. Like the product creation stays the same, it gets like tinier in terms of time investment because the AI can help a lot with it.
Yep.
But on the other hand, the sales process becomes so much more intensive because it's not only about sales, it's about attracting people. Okay, this can be somehow outsourced or somehow automated, but the entire trust building part, like doing live streams like this, like responding to people, getting on calls with them, this is something that just does not scale.
Mm.
And that's where the real value will be. Because if you're living in a world where AI can do almost anything, we need to focus on the things that AI cannot do. And one of
Yep.
those things is being human and building trust.
Yep. I realized when it comes to digital product creation, AI is very, very good at doing research,
Mhm,
right? And then, so what we used to do is we have to search through Facebook group, search through Reddit, read through many, many articles, and then try to find
mhm,
out what our customer wants. And then, when AI comes, you just need one prompt to get all the answers. So it really shortens the cycle, right? And
mhm.
then, of course, AI helps a lot in the first draft of whatever you need to create, right? And then yeah, and then you just take over from there. You realize that you can easily shorten the entire uh, digital product creation process by about 50%.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Nowadays, you talked about Notion databases. I mean, it's so simple to have the Notion AI to tell it, build something for me, or you build the first page and then you let it know, make it more beautiful.
Yeah.
So there you can really save a lot of time
Yeah,
if you want.
I remember when I when I first started, it takes me about 3 weeks to do one heavy duty Notion templates,
Mm,
and then now I just need half a day.
yeah. One more thing regarding Gumroad, since we've been talking a lot about distribution and marketing now, is bringing in affiliates. Do
Yeah.
you work with affiliates on Gumroad? How does it work for you?
So we have I have this internal I have this very close Notion template creator group
Hmm.
in Telegram.
Yeah.
Right, so I created this when I first started. So there's about 100 over of us, and then what we do is we are affiliates to everybody,
Okay.
right? And then we just do collaborations, and then we just so what I always do is I just send out affiliate links. I set it up in Gumroad automated email broadcasting, and then it just gets sent out automatically.
So you basically add the other people's affiliate links to your own Gumroad automation so that when someone purchases something from you later on, they also get the pitch for your affiliate partners? Or what do you mean?
Sorry. Yeah.
Uh,
y-
so you're basically using other people's products to increase your own customer lifetime value by promoting your own other people's products to your own audience.
Yes. So essentially the most important thing is we need to select the products to
Hmm.
make sure. Okay. So for Notion template, it's quite straightforward. Um, and it's a very unique market because the buyers they they are okay with buying all sorts of Notion templates.
Okay, just
Okay,
because
so
they want to have more of those
yeah, they
templates.
just want to have more of the good
Yeah.
ones.
But the
So
Notion templates that you create are like super specific. They are for Substack, they are for
yeah,
solopreneurs. Why would someone buy this if they are not in that niche?
yeah.
Well,
So of course, then if I do have a Substack uh Notion,
hmm,
and then I sell that to uh Substack users,
hmm,
right? So depending on what products I have, I I sell them in different pockets of my outreach,
hmm,
right? But I do have a main bulk of my Gumroad database, which is about 30 over thousand email lists,
hmm.
right? So for that, those are just churning out sales emails every week.
Mhm.
Uh,
So when you say you have 30,000 people, those are people that bought from you on Gumroad or that at least downloaded a free
yeah,
product from the Gumroad store.
correct.
Okay. So it's similar to Udemy. The plan was to build like a huge list of
Yes,
customers on Gumroad and then market to them through
yes,
Gumroad.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the
How?
logic is very simple. You get as
Yeah.
many. I mean, uh, people can keep telling you that number is not important. I will tell you
Mhm.
immediately that number is important.
Mhm.
It is important, right? So the game is very simple. Get as many people as possible inside your database, and you keep creating product to upsell them. That's it.
Okay.
No
Got it.
magic.
Sounds super similar to what we've been doing on Udemy 8 years ago. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your point of view on this. Last thing I quickly want you to touch base on is your first digital dollar project. For everyone here who
Yes.
hasn't heard about that, give us like a short elevator pitch what this is
Okay.
all about.
So online everybody's talking about their 10K months, 20K months. Okay, but very few creators out there, including myself, very few of us talk about our first digital dollar, right? And I feel that it's very important for all of us to share our first digital dollar because a person's mindset before they earn the first dollar and the moment they earn first dollar, the mindset change is drastic,
Yeah.
right? It used to be, am I doing correct? It goes into everything is possible, right? So what I did is from January to June, I actually invited 20 solopreneurs, including
Hmm.
Philip. Thank you for joining, right?
Thank you
So
for having me. Looking forward to it.
yeah, so 20 solopreneurs will write a post, and then in the same week, I will go on live with them to dive deep into their journey, their thinking process, their decision making cycle, and the struggles that they face, and then I post it in my Substack, right? So if you haven't subscribed to my Substack, please check it out.
No. Make sure to check it out. I think this is a really cool project. I saw that you announced that you are doing this, and I instantly thought I need to be included in that because, yeah, I'm happy to talk to you. I think we're up in a couple of weeks.
Yes,
Gonna be fun. My first dollar actually came through Skillshare, and it was also totally unexpected, but it instantly showed me if I can make money through
yes,
this, I can become a digital entrepreneur. 10 years later, I don't regret it a second. So I really love this topic and I'm super passionate about it. And I hope you get lots and lots of people to also start becoming digital entrepreneurs through that.
yes. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking time. Thanks everyone for joining in today. I really appreciate talking to you. I'm going to follow up with you privately. There are a couple of things we could talk about Gumroad because we have big plans for this and you
Yeah.
obviously one of the OGs in that field. So thank you so much for being so
Oh,
open today.
and you haven't thought about your smarter Substack?
I can quickly drop it here to your audience if you want. So with
Yeah.
smart, we have basically worked on two brand new things. One is Smarter Substack. Smarter Substack is a publication on Substack where every day we're sending out the three best articles to grow your Substack publication. So now Philip is saying the three best articles. Um, yeah, obviously, those are not mine articles. Those are the best articles that we can find on Substack about growth on Substack or building a digital business. So we have a list of 85 by now creators where we think that they create amazing content about Substack that have a proven track record, that know what they are talking about. And whenever they post something, our editors screen it and we send it out Monday to Friday. Everyone gets 3 different links. And yeah, it's super straightforward with a summary on Sunday. And people seem to like it because, let's be completely honest, no one has time to read everything on the topic. So let us do the heavy lifting, let us do the editing, and then you decide what you want to read. So that's the first thing. That's smartersubstack.com. If you want to check that out, you're always invited to do so. And the second thing is, since we talked about mini courses today as well, long courses are hard to sell. Mini courses that have a super clear transformation tend to sell super well. If you have a Substack, you need to add at least one mini course to it to promote your paid tier. Or if you're on Gumroad, you can basically fill up your Gumroad store with multiple mini courses. They work really well to build trust with your customers who can then join your flagship programs, community, one-on-one coaching, or whatever you are offering. Also, if you're writing regularly on Substack or you even published a book, you already have at least 1 to 3 mini courses within what you already created. So if you want to learn more about this, you can go to minicourseaccelerator.com or just send me a message. I'm happy to share the details on that as well.
Okay. Good to
Awesome.
know.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, thank you so much for your time. Thanks everyone for joining in. I appreciate that. The two of us going to stay connected. I want to learn more about your Gumroad approach. And for everyone else, if you haven't subscribed to any of us, click the bottom on the top left on your phone and subscribe right now. We're planning to doing more live streams. I think we're scheduled in 3 to 4 weeks from now to talk
Yeah.
about my first digital dollar, which I'm excited to talk to your audience
That
about.
one will be
And
exciting.
yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. Thank you so much for taking time today.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.